Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Pawson.
And I'm Greg Pawson. We do the broadcast.
I'm Dr. Ernestina Garcia, and I'll be doing the readings.
And I'm Robin Hackett, and I'll be sharing some music with you.
As you will.
So I just invite you to close your eyes and take a nice deep cleansing breath as we recognize the oneness, the allness, the isness, the one power, the one life that is present in each and every one of us, that is present in the service, that is present in all of those who are present with us listening now or later. And I just know that each one of us is blessed and is a blessing. And so I know that this time that we spend together is blessed, and that each one of us hears and sees that which is ours to hear and see for the day. And absolute gratitude, I'll let it go. And together we say, and so it is.
It is.
Yes.
So we get going with Robin Hackett. Got something good for us?
Please.
Of course.
Spirit and I are one. 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 We are holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy light. Spirit and I are one. 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 We are holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. We are light. Spirit and I are one. 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 We are holy, holy, holy. 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 We are light. We are holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. We are light. We are light. Light.
Thank you.
So beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Really needed that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll see you in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I jumped the gun, and we need to have our purpose statement.
We do. I could start. The purpose of our spiritual community is to be a spiritual community, to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, and all life. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you.
So I'll go ahead and do the announcements since we're here.
Mhm.
So you can like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. Check out our website at cslnorthmetro.org. And you can go to contact us to add yourself to the email list. You can request prayers, and we'll pray on them all week. Reverend Michael writes a lot of really good blogs, and so there's usually a current one and then quite a few others out there. So if you just need a little inspiration and you'd like some good reading, that's a really great place. Today's title is The Mind-Heart Connection. And so we're a nonprofit organization and that we exist because of donations. And so we're just inviting you, if this service is meaningful to you, if it helps you in any way, to just give back a little bit. And you can donate right on our website, cslnorthmetro.org. You can use credit, debit cards, checks. There's all kinds of Venmo. There's all kinds of ways to donate. So we appreciate it. We love you and thank you.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So ready for the next music?
We are.
There's
Woo-hoo!
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the sky and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. La 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 la. La 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 la. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation. When the winds of change you shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young. stay, may you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. Forever young.
We're so blessed to have you as our special music.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's wonderful. I remember the first time I heard you, and I told Reverend Valerie, we got to get her.
Well, here I am. And so it is.
We look forward to some more later on.
All right.
Okay.
Time for Dr. Ernestina.
Mhm.
Okay. I just want you guys to know I'm so happy to be back with y'all.
We're happy. We're happy about too.
Okay. Affirmations for the week of June 8th, 2025, written for us by Stephen Anthony, and he never ceases to amaze me with his writings. Okay. Please repeat after me. I rest in and am renewed in the embrace of spirit.
I rest in and am renewed in the embrace of spirit.
My highest self calls me forward always.
My highest self calls me forward always.
My joy and happiness come from the unconditional love in my heart.
My joy and happiness come from the unconditional love in my heart.
All of God's creativity respond to my intentions now.
All of God's creativity responds to my intentions now.
I lack nothing because I am one with the abundance of the universe.
I lack nothing because I am one with the abundance of the universe.
Every moment is one of sacred celebration.
Every moment is one of sacred celebration.
And together we say,
And so it is.
and so it is. Okay. Today's readings were selected by the Reverends, and it is from the book, The Mastery of Love, by Don Miguel Ruiz. When you are awake, you cross a line of no return, and you never see the world in the same way. You are still dreaming because you cannot avoid dreaming, because dreaming is the function of the mind. But the difference is that you know it's a dream. Knowing that, you can enjoy the dream or suffer the dream. That depends on you. When you awake, your heart is an expression of the spirit of love, an expression of life. The awakening is when you have the awareness that you are life. When you are aware that you are the force that is life, anything is possible. Miracles happen all the time because those miracles are performed by the heart. The heart is in direct communion with the human soul. And when the heart speaks, even with the resistance of the head, something inside you changes. Your heart opens another heart, and true love is possible. And together we say, and so it is.
So it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
thank you.
Welcome back again.
Yes,
We missed you last
we
week.
did.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. So we're going to get some more music from the wonderful Robin Hackett.
Yay.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in concert right now.
You are.
Suspend all disbelief and just dream. You might be surprised what you will see, 'cause anything is possible. Everything's right here. Anything is possible. It's perfect and it's clear. Whoa. You hold your destiny in your hand. It's time you realize and take a step, 'cause anything is possible. Anything is possible. If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So hold a vision in your heart, 'cause there's no better place for you to start. 'Cause anything is possible, yes. Everything's right here. Anything is possible. It's perfect and it's clear. If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Share your passion, even through the darkest night. Oh, 'cause anything is possible. 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 If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. anything is possible. Oh, 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 oh. Anything is possible.
Whoa. That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you write that?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
It's really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do our thing now.
All right.
Okay. Here we are again, honey.
Here we are, honey.
You know, this teaching is profound.
Mhm.
It changes so many lives. And a lot of us come into this teaching to learn what it is to be spiritual, how to be spiritual.
Mhm.
And it's funny, you think that we could just be it, but sometimes it takes some work. And this teaching, when people come into it, they realize that they found something that they've been looking for all their lives, because it doesn't judge. It doesn't say you have to do this. There's not rules that you have to do in order to be part of it. It's just oneness taking place. Oneness. What's wrong?
I just need to switch something.
So we have a technical thing we got to do right now.
Okay.
What was that? Oneness. So, because we recognize this teaching as truth for ourselves, and I can't claim it for anybody else, I can only claim it for myself, that it's truly a truth teaching.
Mhm.
And when practiced, and what was her song just now? Anything is possible.
Mhm.
Everything is possible. There's nothing that is out of the means of you getting what you want and living the perfect life. There's a strong sense that we've been looking for something and we found it. We sense and feel in our hearts, and then something happens. We get a sense of it in our heart because Reverend Valerie shared many times that she cried first time she came in to the center that I was the minister of. And I cried when I first came in and heard my teacher talking. It's just something that when your heart opens up and finds what it's been looking for, you just feel overjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
So when it opens the heart, something magnificent takes place. The journey, it's a love story, because the heart and the mind has collided, and they've opened up to something that's like the deepest chambers of your mind has been revealed to you. Because the mind is a good thing when used right. When it uses you, you can get into some tricky situations. The other thing that happens when we get on a path of spirituality, not religion, but spirituality, is old passions and desires come back, ones that you thought you couldn't do, and all of a sudden they're back knocking on your door. You said, well, you weren't ready then, but you're ready now, and we're ready to show you what you were looking for. And new passions can ignite. Movements towards these passions become irresistible, and you can't help but take the path. The most profound times of my life is when I've experienced the mind-heart connection.
Mm-hmm.
There's a feeling sensation that goes along with it and is experienced. Well, and yet I can't explain what I'm feeling, but I can give some examples. Most of us, oops,
So print it on both sides.
oh. Sorry, folks.
We're having technical difficulties.
This is what it's like being me. So enjoy the trip as I move forward in me. So there's indicators that helps you recognize the different ways of experiencing opening. And one is you get in a zone. And the earliest zone that I can remember being in is when I threw a no-hitter. And it was just something that I just knew. I was in this high, profound place, and nobody could change what was taking place. It was destiny. I was in a zone. And even when the seemingly hit the ball, it went right to somebody because of the perfect pitch. So for me, that was one way of explaining what it is to have a mind-heart connection. Because definitely my heart was baseball. It was the first love. Before I even girlfriends, I loved baseball. And the mind was just in awe of what was going on. As I was one of the only young pitchers, high school pitchers in San Francisco that could throw a knuckleball. And again, that was love happening. So another way to recognize you're in a mind-heart connection comes out of a dream. Dreams can really take you to wonderful places. An example that I can think of right now, and I've had many dreams, but this dream was probably the most profound, that this whole entire poem came to me in my dream state and stayed with me as I jumped out of bed, went to my laptop and just started typing away. And I was in the zone. I moved from the dream state into a zone, and I was like it was dictated to me. It wasn't me writing. It was something being written through me, and I was definitely in a zone. And what's interesting is that was like 20-some years ago, and now it's taking a form, that poem is taking the form of a children's book. And when you experience these mind-heart connections, some of them can last forever and keep profoundly changing and updating itself. It's like when a computer updates itself, the mind-heart connection updates itself. And you can experience these mind-heart connections with something or someone. I remember, here's an example. I was hiking in Sedona, and I was ready for lunch, so I stopped by this little creek, excuse me, and had my lunch. And then I noticed a flat rock right in the middle of the creek, so I went over and sat in it and started meditating. And in this meditation, it was so profound because I felt these fish touching their lips against my body. All of it, they weren't biting, they were just touching, like they wanted to be part of what I was going through. And that was definitely a heart-mind connection because I felt so honored that these fish trusted me. And it all unfolded out of becoming a vegetarian, which was a miracle in itself because I was a carnivore. I was one of the extreme carnivores. And I won't go into more of that. we can get intuitive instructions. It's another profound way of experiencing the heart-mind connection. When you intuit something, you're in that place of out of your control and in control of God. And I think that's really what I'm saying, is when you have the mind-heart connection, things just happen. Like when I was writing my first book, I would have times where I would just start writing. I come home from work, have dinner, start writing, and just go into this place that was beyond me. And I'd end up waking up out of this dream state, this creative state, and realize that the whole night has gone by and it's time to go to work. And you get this energy. There's this divine energy that you feel life and the fullness of who and what you are. Oh, when you have these periods of time, because you're not in it all the time, but when you have the experience of it, it's taking place, be sure you give thanks to it, because the thanks is what, it's like the period or the exclamation point after a sentence. It's like, this is it, it's done. I've had this experience and I'll cherish it all my life. When I revisit it, it's as cherished as it was when I experienced it. And that's the benefit, another benefit of the mind-heart connection. When the heart gets connected to the mind, there's a remembrance of why we came here in the first place. We came here to just be our fullness, be our wonderful, blessed self. The heart is where we catch the vision. And the vision is what we came here to be and to experience. So our responsibility is to simply show up and allow the mind-heart connection to take place. Get out of its way and let it reveal to you the most wonderful, divine, possible thing that can happen in your life. Connection to the holy, 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 holy. Just hearing Robin's voice singing in my head again. It's so good. It's so good. Robin?
Well, I was thinking while you were talking that for a lot of us, we don't just fall into those kinds of experiences like you. I have a really, really, really busy mind. And so it's takes actually making the time to sit and be still and be present to allow that mind to finally lessen just a little bit so that I can hear what's coming and what's supposed to be. And so I think we call it a practice because we do practice. If I just stay in the busyness all day, that's a really easy thing for me to do because that's kind of how I'm wired, is do this, do this, do this, do this. I can remember there were times when in my job when my to-do list was 2 or 3 pages on the yellow pads. And so I have to figure out which ones were the most important because obviously I couldn't get 3 pages of things done in a day. And so when we're wired in the doing and when we're used to that, when we're trained to be that, then it's also a practice to find the time to sit and just be still. And for me, that sometimes still takes a while because it's like, oh, I could be doing this. Oh, I could be doing that. Oh, I don't have this. Oh. And so I think for me, it's doing and being and doing. And so if I don't take the time to be, I'll be always doing, and then I'll miss the whole experience of being. I'll miss what could come. I wrote a couple of things down I really wanted to say. Throughout the ages, people have been healed by prayer. When we pray, we unite our specific need with the power, the intelligence, and the love, which are the very heart of all life. We unify our mind with the universal mind. And I think that's what's missing when I'm just in the busyness. It's just the ego part of me, the brain part of me, and it's not the whole part of me that's unified with the divine mind and unified with the whole self. And that's probably why I sat there and cried. It wasn't just the first time, it was a lot of times, because I had been searching for a long, long time to find a teaching that actually spoke to me, that I could say, oh yes, I can learn here, I can grow here, I can not just follow steps. I just find sometimes, and I'm not saying, I think everybody should find their own religion. What I was finding when it was all just coming at me, as opposed to I'm involved in it, I'm present with it, that I feel the power of God, I feel the presence of God, and I don't just feel somebody talking at me. And so, and I'm only really talking just for me. So everybody has to find their own way and their own power of how they do that. But I recognized that I have been searching for a long, long time. And I think that we all have those times, even those of us who don't have them, who do have them as much as you do. Though, what I'm trying to say is, I remember when I was in ministerial school and Reverend Cynthia James was teaching a class on how to do the talks. And she had a lot to say about how in my head I was. She is a very, very good teacher. Anyway, after class, while I was sleeping, I had this dream. And I was standing in a room with a lot of women. And one of them came up to me and said, "You can have my voice until you find your own." Mm-hmm. And it was so profound. I mean, I still have chills from that experience, that there is that power and that is their presence. And in that particular situation, it was in the form of a woman giving me her voice until I found my own. And that help is there, that awareness is there, that presence is there, and all we have to do is just be still long enough to accept it, to find it, and to allow it. Allow is the word I'm looking for, because we can stay so busy, and especially, it's like you got a job, you got kids, you got a home, you got a car, you got a this, you got a that. It all needs to be done, and it's important for our spiritual selves to find that time when we let that go for a few minutes, or for, it depends. Each one of us is different how we meditate and how we find the time. And there are times when I meditate when I'm just sitting there and I don't ever really get to that place I'm looking for. And then there are other times when I sit down and all of a sudden the colors appear. And I just know, okay, off I go. And then, so what I think I'm trying to say here is it's about the practice. It's about the doing it every day. It's about the setting aside time to find the practice of the stillness and not just the busyness. And so, well, I'm going to read another quote. Subjective mind knows how to make supply flow in the direction it is ordered to keep the heart beating in the body. In fact, subjective mind is the worker which has created every objective thing in the universe. So there's like the objective mind and the subjective mind, and they both work together to make it all flow. And if we if we don't take the time for both parts, then we kind of are missing something.
Reminds me of the importance of the love-mind connection, because if one is dictating the way without the other, then it loses something. In other words, if you're just in love and you've lost your mind, then you'll find yourself in funny predicaments, falling in love with somebody that you have no idea who they are, and you probably shouldn't be falling in love with them, or doing something that because you love somebody and you compromise yourself for the sake of love. That isn't healthy love. That's where the mind comes in and reminds you who you are. Now, a mind gone, taken full power, can lead you into things the mind has convinced you to do, like what's it? Like, drawing a blank. The mind can get lost. In this moment, the mind got lost. What I'm trying to say is, when you overthink things, like Reverend Valerie having to work all the time, that's the mind saying, I can't sit still because something won't get done. And everything is important and dependent on me. That's the mind going haywire. And so now the mind connection is, you know when to do it. You know what's important. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry if it doesn't get done. It's just freer. And it's opening up to greater possibilities than what you think you have to do. Because there's something awaiting you that if you didn't listen to it, if you didn't follow it, then you wouldn't experience it. And it's so more important to have the experience of the mind and heart connection than to get things done, than to go overboard and loving people without loving yourself.
Right. So it's definitely a balance.
Yeah.
We had to find the middle space in which we live in this world and we recognize that we're divine beings who came here to learn things in this world, and remember that divineness and remember that God presence, and remember that as we allow that presence to become larger in our lives, we really are guided into the things that are important to do and the things that are ours to do, and the opportunities that are meant for us to be come with ease and grace. And I also wanted to mention, when you were talking about most of us find this as adults, going to teen camp is just the most amazing thing, because actually being with teenagers all week who in most of the cases have been in this teaching their whole lives, they're just different beings.
Yeah.
they're aware at an extremely young age of who they are and how they are and what they are, and it's just a delight to be in their presence for a week. I valued that so much when I was able to do that. And what a gift to learn that early instead of waiting until and it's still a gift. If we get it when we're a kid or when we get it later, it's still a gift, but it's just really amazing to meet kids who've been that. Well, I can think of people like Dr. David Alexander, for one, who is one of those people who was young in this teaching, and he has, he's an amazing being. He always has been, and he really continues to be in dynamic, big ways.
So you can experience your full potential when you live from the heart-mind connection. There's something that cannot be explained. You're free. You're not obligated. although you choose to do whatever you're being called to do, you're just so much more present, so much more valuable to the world and everything it's asking all of us to do. When you think about it, the world as a place in all the universe, this tiny little speck, and we're tinier than that, and yet we have this divine power. It just blows my mind. So join us in living the path of spirituality, because you couldn't give yourself a better present than to decide from this moment on, I'm going to live totally spiritual. And what all that means to you, because the world needs us right now. All of us. We can step forward and be what we came here to be.
You gonna pray?
No, you are.
Okay, so I'm gonna invite you to close your eyes and let's just take a nice deep cleansing breath. As we recognize the oneness, the power, the presence, the one life that is everywhere present within each and every one all of the time. So I know that each and every one of us is blessed and is the blessing. And I know that as we begin to recognize the truth of our being, our oneness with God, that we become more confident, we become more aware, and we become in a large way just more present and enjoyable. And so I know for each and every one of us that as we expand our awareness into greater yet to be, then we become more of what we came here to be. And I know that we're right there with the power and the presence and the divine guidance and divine love. And as we expand and expand, we just expand more. And so I'm just so thankful to know that right where we are, God is. To know that right where each one of us, God is. And to know that we are in our right place right here, right now. So I'm absolute gratitude. I release this word. I let it go. I allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is. Amen, amen, aho, ashe, and woo-hoo.
Be the peace you want to see. Then share your peace with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And be the joy you want to see. Then share your joy with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Be the love you want to see. Then share your love with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Be the peace, oh, be the joy, be the love, oh, Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you and me.
Woo. I couldn't clap, but wow. That's a-
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're blessed, aren't we? Such a great life.
yes.
We all are. Yeah.
Here's the rest of the game.
Yay.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was great. Perfect song afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Good message too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Always.
Thank you.
yeah. Reminds me of when I first started going to Science of Mind Church, and it was just really, it was such a relief and such a, oh my God, I finally have come home.
It really is. And I think, well, like I said, the kids in teen camp get born in that, and they live in that. But for most of us, it's a journey to find our spiritual home. And I
Yeah,
can remember the last time my mother was singing in the choir, and so she really wanted me to bring my kids and go to the Easter service. And I'm sitting there with my 2 young children thinking, I did not want them to believe that they're going to hell and all this damnation and all this. I want to honor my mother, but I do not want them hearing this, because for me, that is not the truth.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, our kids, one of their very favorite vacations was to go to Asilomar, where we spent 4 days, I think 4 days, or
Mhm.
maybe even a whole week. And they got to go to all the camps and and they would stay out we'd meet for lunch. We always got to meet for meals, and they got to put on a play, and they were that was one of their very favorite vacations. And it was church camp, basically. I
It
mean,
was all day too. It's like
and the same
morning,
with us.
afternoon, and night
Yeah.
after dinner.
And we got to go to so many different wonderful speakers. One of the things we got to go to was kindergarten for adults, where I never got to go to kindergarten, and we got to play, and we got to just the whole experience was just like we were in heaven. It was really amazing. So,
Finger painting. That's good.
yep.
And the energy at Asilomar is,
Yeah. So many wonderful speakers. So,
Yeah. Well, and just being there on the edge of the ocean,
Yeah.
On the beach right there.
Yeah.
And this philosophy does have so many classes that you can learn from, and it's current speakers, and it's just so much to it. It's
Well,
wonderful.
even if you're learning the same thing, you're going to grow and expand in that same thing.
Mhm.
Because you can't help it. You said yes to something that's outside of yourself. You say yes to this workshop. And you say, well, I've already done a workshop on abundance. But
Yeah,
we can always take it deeper.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's one on finance. There's one on spiritual finance,
Prosperity.
prosperity. There's just so many that, yeah.
Mhm.
So should we say the benediction and get to the discussion?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just once more invite you to take a nice deep cleansing breath as we give thanks for this time together, as we give thanks for this teaching that has changed our lives in such amazing and deep ways, as we give thanks for this time together, as we give thanks for actually being in this body at this time, knowing that there is things that are ours to do. I just am so grateful. Grateful for each and every person that was here with us today. Grateful for Reverend Michael. Grateful for the computer stuff that makes us able to do this thing. So grateful. in absolute gratitude, release it, let it go, and allow it to be. And together we say, so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
And there is a link, as you see in the comments, if you want to stay on. We're only going to be there for a short while because we have tennis today.
But anybody who is already here, especially Robin, if you want to join the fellowship afterwards, you don't have to do anything. Just
Okay.
we'll be right back.
And then audience, you can go to the link and click on the link to get back into the gathering afterwards.
All right.
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute.